Let's talk about the priority of the week, and that is Congress facing yet another shutdown. Deadline is midnight on Friday.
Right.
You and your colleagues aiming to approve a massive spending bill this week that would fund the government through at least the end of September. Does it get done?
It will get done. The House was ready to do it last week. We're waiting on the Senate. We hope they show up early for work and send something to us. Yeah.
Well, the national debt hit $21 billion on Friday, and Republicans...
21 trillion?
Excuse me, trillion.
I wish.
Yeah, it's Monday morning. With that said, the Republicans have done, quite frankly, nothing to cut spending, particularly with the type of spending that we're talking about. I understand the argument national defense was a priority, but everything from health centers got billions of dollars in that 2-year budget deal, billions more in child care spending, $150 million over 2 years for abstinence education. When are Republicans going to get religion on spending?
I would prefer that we see this sooner rather than later. I would have preferred it years ago. And it is very frustrating to me as somebody who continues to offer across-the-board spending cuts for discretionary spending, who says, let's take these steps as you look at entitlements and send Medicaid back to the states. What a great first step that would be in order to begin to get our arms around the spending outlays. And Dagan, you look at it, I look at my grandsons, and I see this as a generational issue and a moral issue. Is it right to be passing this debt on to them? And the answer is no.
But everybody in Washington keeps doing it.
Yeah.
They just keep doing it.
It is getting enough people there who are going to be tough on spending and are going to say, you know, let's balance the budget. I would love to see, and I'm trying to get us to put the balanced budget amendment on the floor for a vote, because we have not done that in the past 3 or 4 years. And to balance the budget, have an amendment that balances the budget without a tax increase. That's where you get to the point that you can begin to claw back some of this spending and begin.
But where are the efforts to do that? I mean,
right.
to follow up on Dagan's question, she has been talking about the entitlements for a long time. We know that's where the growth is. Is there any effort to rein that in?
Yes. As I said, some of us are for sending Medicaid back to the states. You see a lot of support for that from governors. They know they can more efficiently and effectively manage that program. That ought to be done. Passing a balanced budget amendment, putting that back through the House so that you're balancing the budget without a tax increase. That's important.
So I get that it ought to be done, but when will it be done? Who's willing? Because everybody says that it's all about getting reelected. So the reason that people don't do it is because it's so unpopular. So who's going to fall on their sword and actually say, we've got to get this done? It's for the future.
I've raised my hands many times and said, let's get this done. Let's talk about how we deal with Medicaid. Let's go in and review benefits, social service benefits that we give out, welfare benefits, and see how we maximize getting those benefits to the individuals that need them, rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse, holding those programs accountable. And I've got to tell you, there is a lot of waste in discretionary spending still. When you look at the budgets for these agencies, and you see it. We do a lot of oversight on this in the House, and we would welcome having the Senate pick up their pace and do some of this with us, because we will reduce the spending in our appropriations process and pass our appropriations bills. We did every appropriations bill last year, and they didn't get done in the Senate.
The House of Representatives has passed basically the Donald Trump agenda. They've passed way more than the Senate. Meanwhile, Mitch McConnell's Senate is coming to work for 2.5 days a week. They've got the slowest rate of confirmations of nominees of any modern-time president. And you're running for the Senate. What's the feeling here? Is there a frustration here between the U.S. House and the Senate?
Of course there is. If you were to go to any of our conference meetings, one of the things you would hear many times is a frustration with the Senate. We pass bills, we send them to the Senate, they don't get a vote. And just think of the difference it would make if you had majority rule 51 vote on the executive calendar, which is the appointments, and on all issues of the budget and spending, which is a constitutional responsibility. And that would move that agenda along, and it would begin to make a difference. Save the 60-vote rule for the legislative calendar if you want to. But those items that are constitutional responsibilities, you owe it to the American people to get that job done.